elbows hurt so bad. I have to eat my oatmeal on the way to work because oh, I'm so tired, guys. I need sleep. Couldn't sleep, guys, at all. For like 3 hours, maybe. I probably slept like 3 hours, guys. It was so bad. I'm not gonna have time to eat my oatmeal. I'm gonna have to make it and eat it on the way to work. I have to be at work in 40 minutes. And I woke up late too. I know I said I was gonna talk about my relationship anymore, but I really have no one else to talk to about it. Me and Kevin had a really big, serious conversation yesterday. You know, but I'm gonna try to make this happen. Just hurry up. Alright. My eyes are they red? My eyes hurt so bad. I didn't sleep 3 hours, guys. 3 hours. Good morning, everyone. Jules, Betty. Did you color your hair? Yes, just the roots. I didn't really retouch anything else. Like everything else is still dark, you see? It's just my roots. Because I was trying to get my white hair. But look, they got white hair. They're basically platinum blonde. Oh my goodness. At least they don't look white. They look kind of like a... You guys can see it in person, but it looks like a platinum blonde. It's funny. I forget that if you dye white hair, it just gets lighter. Mis ojos me duelen, me los quiero picar. I'm hella tired, guys. Me and Kevin had a big conversation yesterday. It did not went so well. I didn't took it so well. I know you guys. I know I said I was gonna talk, but I have no one to talk to. I just get very negative when it comes to things like that, you know. It was kind of like, it's like we talked and it got like, we're not in the same page. So then I just told him to go to the kitchen and eat. And I guess he misheard and he said he thought I told him, go live with your parents and leave. I didn't say that. I just said go to the kitchen and leave. So I was like, I'm not trying to do this like it's late, you know. I'm trying to go to sleep. I haven't been able to sleep lately. And I guess he took it like something else. I don't know. Okay, hello. Ay, puta mierda. just want to close my eyes. I'm so tired. I know it doesn't look like I'm tired, but I am. I only have 3 hours of sleep. Let's start our makeup. It is 9:24. I have to be at work at 10 a.m. I literally have 35 minutes to get ready. I don't know how I'm gonna make this happen, but I'm gonna make this happen. Welcome everyone. You should add a toner. Does help with the grace. A toner? Oh, toner? This toner? Basically, Kevin came home and he was like, "Oh, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I think nothing much of it." I was like, "Okay." I think nothing much of it. I didn't think anything negative, nothing at all. I didn't think he was gonna ask me anything dumb or a conversation. He just said he wanted to talk, so I was like, okay. I didn't went through my mind that it was gonna be something bad or anything like that. To boot, he says he had to stay at work really late. He stayed like almost at 1. He got home like at 1:10 a.m. You know, usually he gets home like by midnight, so he stayed like an hour. He said they asked him to do overtime or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And he got home. I couldn't wait. I kind of felt a little bit of sleep. But I'll get woken up by him turning all the lights and stuff. And he comes into the room and he says, "Oh, you're sleepy, never mind that." Oh, well, I'm awake already now. You woke me up with the lights. And I was like, "What happened?" I was like, "What happened? What you want to talk about?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing. I'll just talk to you tomorrow when you're fully awake. It's nothing bad." I was like, "Okay, well, if it's nothing bad, just tell me." He's like, "No, I'll tell you tomorrow." I'm like, "What? Like, why are you being so weird?" So I was like, okay. Well, I'm awake now and I'm not gonna be able to sleep because you already told me you want to tell me something. He's like, oh, I can wait. I'll just ask you tomorrow when you're more awake. Like, I am awake though. You know, you woke me up. I only slept like 10 minutes. Like, I kind of dozed off for 10 minutes and then I woke up. And he's like, okay. So then I was like, well, what is it? He keeps saying, it's nothing bad, it's nothing bad. I'm like, okay, what is it? And he says, we haven't been able to look for a place. And you think that's a sign? I'm like, a sign for what? To maybe go live with my parents. I'm not frozen. That's literally my reaction. What? And then in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I knew it. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you wanted to do this. You just want to go back live with your parents. Is that what it is? She's like, no, it's because, we're not having luck finding anything. So I just thought, I don't know if you want to consider that. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, so then you lied to me. He's like, what? That one time you mentioned to go live with your parents, you lied to me telling me that you were just kidding. You actually meant it. He's like, no, I was kidding. Okay, but now you're telling me you do want to go back with your parents. He's like, I don't want to. I'm asking you if you think it's a good idea. I'm like, we already talked about it and you agreed to say no. And I agreed to say no. Anyways, he then says that he had a conversation with his mom. And that his mom said that this would be the best decision for us. Bleep boop bop. And I was like, when did you talk to your mom? And he's like, oh, I didn't talk to my mom. Like, you just said you talked to your mom. Like, so, which one is it? I don't know. He said, well, I'm just saying that. And I told him, you know what? I don't have time for this. I really don't. I told him, I'm sorry. I think this is the toughest I've been when it comes to Kevin. Sometimes I was super chill and he took it as I was mad. But I kind of was because we talked about it and I asked you, you said no. And now you're bringing it up saying that's what you want to do, right? And you're not taking me into consideration in a sense because you're kind of already going with what your mom said, right? He's kind of going with it already, like, oh, I'm gonna go with what she said. Oh, but I'm asking you, I don't feel like I'm being asked. It's kind of saying like you already settled on this and you're just telling me to tag along. That's how I took it. But he did ask me, I guess, if you think about it. And then he, I put my foot down because I let him know where I stand at. I said, look, I ain't got no time to feel emotional. I didn't cry. Like, I had time to feel emotional. I told him, look, I'm 33 years old. I'm not going back with my parents. And I'm not going to go live with your parents. Okay, I've been through that road already. And when relationships live with family, it does not work out. So if I go back to your parents, God forbid something happens and we split, it's going to be harder on me. Right? I always try to think a step ahead. And maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know how you guys see it. Maybe it's a good thing. To me, I just don't think, I automatically don't think when people live with their family it works out. You know? I told him, it's because, you know, he said, because he's stressed about money or whatever. I was like, alright. So at this point, you're just thinking of yourself, okay? I'm not. She said, we're both, no, don't say both stressed. You're stressed. I'm still being positive. I'm still looking for places. I was like, oh yeah, we can't find a place, but I don't automatically see it as we're done. Like it's an end case. Let's just go back with the parents, because that's kind of like giving up, you know? And he's like, no, I'm not giving up. It's just we're not finding anything. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, I already told you where I stand up. I'm not going to go live with your family. It's nothing against them, but this is how I told him how I felt. And I don't know if you guys disagree, which you guys can. I'm not going to be mad for anyone saying anything against it, or I'm not going to be mad at people if they side with Kevin, they side with me. It doesn't matter. I think I have my own experience, my own point of view, and Kevin has his own point of view. Okay, I feel if I would have gone live with them, if something happens with me and Kevin, I'm not going to have no one on my side. 100% the mom's going to side with him, the dad is going to side with him, the brother is going to side with him. I'm going to be alone. And then I told him the same thing. If you go live with me and my family and something happens, my whole family's going to be my side and not yours. It's just, you can't really control it. That's, the majority, that's how it is, you know. And it was going back and forth. Kevin disagreeing, I disagreeing. And we're not getting out of it. We're just having a conversation. I told him, you know what, well, I said, just go to the kitchen. I said, go to the kitchen, go eat something, and then come back. And I don't know what he heard. He said, you told me to go back with my family. I'm like, that doesn't even sound the same, but whatever. So then he leaves, and he left for like almost 2 hours. He came in at 1, and I was like, what's going on? Why is he not coming back? Like, what is he doing? Like, is he thinking a lot? Or then I started to panic a little bit. I started to get sad. I was like, oh shit, like, is he actually gonna leave with his family? And I'm gonna be like by myself. Like, at this point, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be screwed. But I have to be tough. And I was trying to say positive things to myself. I was like, I have to be positive. And I was telling God, please don't let me be negative. God, please don't make me feel negative. And I said, God, please let me sleep right now. Let me forget what I heard. I need to sleep. And I was telling God, it was already 2:30 a.m. And God, please, I need to sleep. I'm tired. I wish if I thought it was something bad, I would have not asked him to tell me. I honestly thought it was something silly or maybe a question about the apartment or something. Because he said it was nothing bad. So that's why I insisted for him to tell me, because I thought maybe something good, like a good news or something. Because he kept saying, oh, it's nothing bad, it's nothing bad. So I thought it was something, I don't know, maybe you found an apartment, I don't know. Like, I thought it was, I don't know. I never had it, like, nunca tuve la sospecha that he was going to say he want to go back with his parents. Never thought of it. I honestly thought it was, like, something good. And 2 hours passed by. It's already 3:30 a.m. I'm like, what the hell? Why is he not coming back? So I go to the kitchen. In those 2 hours that he was gone and I was by myself, I started to panic and it got very negative. I got so negative that I reached out to my friend. He knows. I reached out to my friend and I told him because I wanted like an outsider perspective, like what's going on, you know? So I reached out to my friend and I said, fuck, if this is how it really goes down, I'm not gonna go live with him, so that means we're not gonna work out and we're gonna be broken up. Like, we're gonna break up. That's what I thought. Kevin never mentioned breaking up, but he just was not coming back to the room, so I don't know what was going on with him or his mind. So I got scared, and I told my friend, like, you know what? If things come to worse, would you take me in? Because my friend has a big house, and I had told him, like, would you let me rent out a room? And he said, well, right now I have a lot of company over, but he said that he was gonna squish me in there somehow if it's like an emergency. And I said, well, I have 2 months. I don't know what's going on, but I had a very serious conversation with my boyfriend. He's not coming back to the room, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And I told my friend, and he was like, you know what, I don't know what to say about the situation, but he said, like, sometimes you know things are not working out, you should just let the person go, you know. Obviously he doesn't know my relationship, so he's just speaking on what I tell him, what I've seen. Me and Kevin been so good this past 2 weeks. Me and Kevin have been so good. We've been on sync, we've been happy, we've been looking for apartments. He looks a little stressed, but we still laugh, and it was like happy time. I even told you guys, me and Kevin been so good. Por eso no estaba, I wasn't thinking nothing negative of nothing, you know. What time is it? 9:38. And I prayed and I told God, I said, God, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am worrying because he's not coming back to the room. I don't want to pressure him. I don't want him to pressure me. I said, God, I don't know if this is a sign, but if it is a sign, just let me know. Maybe he will just, like, that's it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I definitely want serenity in my heart right now because I am panicking. I was like getting worried. And I know a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, she's exaggerating, but you guys have to realize that once when you're in a relationship and then you live together, it's more harder to break up. You have no idea. It duele más, if that makes sense. It hurts so much more when you're in a relationship and you're living with them. It hurts so much more because you already got to be vulnerable in front of them, sleep with them like 24/7, being with them 24/7, and not all the time because we work a lot, but I got so scared of what was gonna happen. But I told God, if it's not meant to be, and maybe he just needs to go back, and then I just need to go focus on myself, then let it be. I told my Lord, like, let it be, God. If this is what has to be done, just throw me a sign. How am I gonna know if he is the right guy for me, or how am I gonna know if this is what it's meant to be? And yeah, and I was praying there. I started to cry, guys, because I think a relationship is never easy, and being with someone is never easy, you know, especially when you're struggling, A lot of relationships don't struggle, and you guys are very blessed. But a lot of relationships like mine's, we struggle. I think me and Kevin's connection is 100% good, but when you struggle with economic issues, it is very tough as well. And oh, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to put the eyebrow. I said, let me get up. I got up 3:30 in the morning, toda llorando and shit. And I went to the kitchen and I was like, let's be blunt. Let's go ask Kevin, what is he gonna do? Because at this point, I don't know what to do because I don't know what he wants to do. In a relationship, you still have to ask those questions. Where's your mind at? What's gonna happen? And I didn't want to go and talk to him because I was scared. Like, oh, he's probably gonna say like, maybe it's not working out, or you know me, I get negative. And then I go to the room or to the kitchen, and he's just sitting there in the table, and he's sitting in the table and he's looking for apartments. And I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? Hold on, guys. There's no way I'll be to work at 10 a.m. I think I'm just gonna get myself there, like late. Not late, sorry. I'm just gonna get there at 10:30 because I don't think I'm able to get there at that time. Hold on. Okay. Good morning, Yuli Darlene. Hello. We all struggle up. That is when you know it's real, when you are able to surpass the challenges together. Already we struggle, Yuli. You two aren't alone. That's why communication is key, and it's great that you two have the openness to be vulnerable and experience your concerns. Thank you. I went to the kitchen and I asked him like, what's gonna happen? Like, what are you doing? He was looking for apartments still. And I gave him the option to go back with his family. como si me saliera un poquito. Yes, what do you guys thought? Oh my god, hers looks so dark. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get there at my time, which is 10:30. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get there at 10. I just put myself at 10 so I could get there early and get off early because I wanted to leave early, but I didn't sleep well last night. I'm running like in 3 hours of sleep, so I'm not doing tickets right now, guys. What's it called? I go to the kitchen, he's in the table, he's sitting down, and he says, well, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking for apartments, and I'm like, why? You just say you want to go to your parents. And he's like, I didn't ever say I want to go parents. I just ask you if this will be okay. But that's what you want. That's what you're asking then. So just tell me what you want and be honest. And he's like, well, he's like, I just thought it would be better for us to go there because, you know, we're struggling and I don't want us to struggle. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want to struggle. And my parents said they're not going to charge us rent there. So I thought it would be easy for us to go there. And I was like, I get it, you know, but how I see things is when you want to form a serious relationship with someone, you know that saying, cuando uno, ¿qué dice? Cuando uno se casa, casa quiere, something like that. And I know we're not married, but when you're in a serious relationship, I feel, this is my own personal opinion, you guys could disagree. I mean, like, again, it depends on everybody, but I don't think when relationships live with family, it's not a good idea. Because they're gonna intervene in your problems. You know, based on my past experience, that's how it was. You know, me and my ex would get in a fight, and then the mom and the sister would intervene all the time. Kind of be like, oh, you're just being too much, you know, like, or this and that. Like, I don't want to hear it. If you're not part of my relationship, I don't want to hear it. You know, that type of thing. Ay, mierda, no lo puedo agarrar. Here, let me see if I can just do like this without the sponge. Me. Whatever. Oh shit, I think I did it too over here. I already have set that part of my face. And then I told him, look, I gave him the option, look, if you want to go back live with your parents, go live back with your parents and, you know, save money, you know, do what you gotta do, but I'm not going back there. So that being said, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with a guy that we live together and you go back with your parents and I'm just gonna have to find a place for my own, or definitely not going back with my parents and expects us to date, you know. I'm not gonna do that. I don't hate you. I don't have any animosity towards you. I want you to be happy, you know. For that being said, if you decide to go with your parents, that's it for me. And I know a lot of you guys will be like, oh my gosh, she's being too much, but I'm not young anymore, guys. I'm 33 years old, and I am not gonna date a guy that we lived together for a year and he goes back with his parents and I'll just live in my own little space. No, it's just, for me, it says that we didn't make it. You know, that's my answer. Didn't make it, didn't work out. Whatever the reason may be, that's how I see it. So I told him, and if that's what you're gonna do, I respect it. I said it's gonna hurt, but I respect it, and I don't wish you nothing bad. You know, you've been a good man to me. But don't worry. I guess he was worried about me in a sense because it's kind of like saying, well, if I go back with my parents, what about you? You already decided it. In your mind, you're like, okay, you're okay going with your parents. You're just wondering what's gonna happen to me. You know, like where you're gonna go. You get me? That type of thing. And I said, well, don't worry about me. You know, I have a friend, and just to give him peace of mind, I already reached out to him, and he said he could get me a room where I can be at. You know, but I think he was taking us that me and him were still gonna be together and date around. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's just not like I feel when a relationship goes through a tough time like right now, we have an economic issue, we have to fight through it and we have to get back up there because when you get married, you're gonna have to be there in the bad times and the good times. And just because it's bad doesn't mean you run around back to mommy or back to daddy. It doesn't work like that. That's how I see it. You get me? I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but that's how I feel. You know? So in that sense, I told him just go back to your mom and go back to your dad. And I told him, I want you to know that when you're in a relationship, when you decided to move out with me, you decided that I was gonna be your family. Okay? Because right now, it feels like I'm not part of your family. You're deciding all this, thinking that this is what's best for us, so you're deciding for both of us. I don't like that. I need to be involved in the things you do and the things that you're going to decide when it involves our housing, our money, and relationship. Okay, and I know we're not married, but we live together and I'm basically your family. I told him. He says, of course you're part of my family. Like, but it just doesn't seem like it. And that's how I felt. I told him. And what's it called? I think I'm gonna do this dark money. Literally talking about money. Let's use the shade dark money. And I told him I don't feel like I'm being involved in all these decisions. You know. And I said, well, I got a little negative, and I told him just stop looking, go back with your family. You know, ooh, it's like black. It's supposed to be dark brown, but it came out black. And I started to cry, you know, because obviously I love him. It's not like I don't, you know. And I told him, I want you to be happy, and if you're gonna have peace of mind because you're gonna be with your family, not worry about money, then have that peace of mind and just go back with him. And he's like, and then he what's it called? He's like, no, like, and then he kind of opened up. He said, the reason why I mentioned it is not even because I wanted it, it's because I guess he was talking to his coworkers or whatever, and his coworkers told him that they think it's better. I guess they were giving their outside perspective. They think it's better for us. I guess they're deciding for us to move in with his family because it's gonna save us money. And I guess they see Kevin talk about his money struggle, so it's kind of like, just ask her to see if she wants to move back with your family. And I just decided to ask you, and I didn't think you were not gonna like that question or that idea. Okay, so coworkers told you to do something, you ran with it, and you just thought that would be the best idea. We already had talked about it. That was where this was coming from. Me and Kevin already had talked about it, and I had told him no. You know, to me, that's going a step back. He already knew my answer. He still decided to go with what the coworker said, right? People that are not part of our lives or relationship, and he decided to go with it. And I told him, this is what you do. You rush things, okay? Alguien te dice algo, oh, okay. You grab it and you run with it. Stop doing that, I told him. Okay? You already knew my answer. It's not like, don't be surprised, oh my God, I didn't know. You already knew. Because me and you had the conversation when you were kidding about going back to your family. You said, oh, I was just kidding. And I told you how I felt about it. For me, it's going to step back. And it's not going to happen in my eyes. It's not. So you already know the answer. So why ask, you know? So if you're asking and asking, that means that's something you want. That's why I told you, just go back with your family. Don't worry about me. And I told him, I already have a friend that I have a room. You know, he's going to give me a room in his house. And he's like, well, but when did you did that? No, and then I guess he started to panic, which I never felt he did. Again, Kevin's on the time to show like his feelings and stuff. And then he started to panic. Oh shit, we're in 9:57. Fuck. And the same thing, he says, I don't want you to. I mean, there's a lot of things that Kevin doesn't really share with me, but he said, I don't know, it's kind of confusing a little bit, but it just says that he doesn't like me see work a lot. He doesn't like me seeing work a lot. He doesn't like it that I work a lot. Right now I'm so sleep deprived. Like my eyes are burning and feel heavy as fudge. And he just thought it was a good idea. So then he started to cry because again Kevin does not show emotion. So he started to cry, but he looked away from me like he didn't want to show me that he was crying. And I was like, why are you crying? And in my mind I was like, oh, he's probably gonna like break up with me, or this is it. Is he gonna agree with what I'm saying? Just go back with your family. I'm just gonna go my own way. Like I didn't know because he was just silent, you know. I like, what's going on? Like, why are you crying? And then that's when the same thing is like, the only thing that he said, he just said, don't leave me. And I was like, I feel like you want to leave me. I don't know. I was just feeling very negative. He said, please don't leave me. And he started crying. He's like, I just was trying to do what was best for both of us. I'm sorry. You know, I just thought that was the best thing because we're struggling. And he says, I'm scared. I was like, why are you scared? Because it's getting near the year and we haven't found anything. And I said, I told you, I said, relax. Last week I said, relax, we're gonna find something. I think God has the perfect apartment for us and we're gonna find something. Just stay positive. You know, I'm usually the negative one. He's like, I know, but I just feel like we're not gonna find anything that's cheap. And I don't want to struggle anymore. You know, I feel like I'm not enjoying my life with you. Like, what do you mean? He's like, I feel like we're just working and working. And me and you don't spend time together. We don't go out as much anymore. This was a shock to me. I didn't even think Kevin was thinking these things. Which again, I feel like Kevin is very reserved. I was like, well, how was I supposed to know you think things when you don't tell me anything? I just want to be happy with you and just enjoy life. And I don't want to see you struggle. And that touched my heart so much. At the end of the day, he was trying to choose for both of us because he wants us not to struggle. And I think as a man that is in charge of a household, because he is the man of the house. He has been paying rent for like literally this whole year. Yo puedo decir lo que yo quiera de él, pero he's the man of the house and he's been providing, and I don't want to cry. It tears my heart apart because I think he's too young to have this huge responsibility, and I know a lot of you guys are, oh, he's not that young, he's old, you know. But for Kevin, who has been raised with his family his whole life, and he's very like family oriented, so me separating him from the herd was very hard for him, you know. He's always been all about his family, you know. And when I saw him vulnerable, you know, crying and stuff, it did hurt me, because that's Kevin, you know. That I don't see him cry a lot, and I'm very empathetic when someone cries that much. It's just me duele, you know. And that's the person I chose to be with, and that's the person that I love. And when he started saying things like that, I was like, oh my god, he's really thinking about us. And I felt it like, oh, he's just want to leave me, but that wasn't the case. I think he was just easier for us to go back to his parents because he wants to get rid of our debt and our struggle, you know. But I saw it as, that's it, you know. We're going a step back, and it didn't work out, you know. Yo le dije, so then I tried to settle, and I was like, okay, all right. I said, all right, let's try it. I said, let's go back with your parents. I'm not gonna go based on my first experience and judge it this time. I told him I'm scared. I said, things could go very bad when we go live with your parents. I'm just letting you know. But if this is what you want, I'll do it for you. I said, I'll do it for you. Let's go with your parents. And then, I don't know what's the point of asking me next time? What? You, what? It's like, for real? I was like, yeah, that's what you want. You think that's the best choice for both of us? I don't have money right now. I can't really say where we're gonna go, but that's what I really think. I don't think we're gonna work out. We go live with your parents, and so I tried to work with him. I was okay. Let's do this, and then I guess he thought about it, or he didn't think I was gonna agree. I don't know what he was thinking. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't think we should. What? And then he's like, I mean, you're making me think a lot of things, because I didn't think about anything of the things you said, that, you know, we're not gonna have he thought about the privacy thing, but he didn't think about his family intervening that much. I was like, I don't know your family like that. So if you know your family is private and reserved and they're not, no se van a meter, then that's fine. No, I'm gonna be honest, my mom is gonna intervene in things. Okay, so what's gonna happen? He's like, he's like, no, you're right. He says, I don't, knowing, he's like, knowing my mom, I don't know. I think she will. Like, I have to really think about it, how you're thinking about it. So he says, yeah, no, I think sí se va a meter. You know, and I don't want to deal with that, to be honest. Okay, so then what's gonna happen? And then we went back to square one. Let's keep looking. And I told him 100% this is what you want. And he said, anywhere with you is what I want. And I was like, okay. It's like, he's like, I told him, I do love you. And me telling you go back with your parents is me loving you, because I see you stressing and you're struggling, and I don't want you to stress and struggle. So if it's easier for you to be back with your family, then I'm willing to accept it, because I love you. And then he's like, well, because I love you, I want you to be happy. And if you think you don't want to go back there, then I don't want that. I don't want you to be unhappy. So then I told him, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I told him, I know your mom and your dad are important. They will always be important. But when you move out with the person you decide to be with, which is me, please involve me more in these decisions. Things like this, you know. It's just, it can't be what your mom and dad want anymore. This is our life. This is our relationship. And I have to be involved. It's kind of like me telling him, don't be involving mommy and daddy this much. You know, like, it's our relationship. It involves me, not them. With all due respect, you know, I love his mom and his dad and his brother. Nothing against them at all. But I want to be part of this big decision, you know? So yeah, we ended with that, guys. What's it called? We're gonna keep looking. When it comes to it, I told him, like, if you're settling with living in a little space like your mom's house, then let's look for a studio. That's what I said. And, we might look for a studio, guys. I don't care at this point, to be honest, if it's pretty or ugly. I just want to save money, but be with him and still have our privacy, you know? That's what I want. Oops. Oh, fudge, is already 10:06. Does this makeup look good? I was trying to go for, like, spooky vibes, because I'm gonna wear the Halloween shirt right now. But no sé como que what's it given? I don't really know. Like, I don't know what to really give you. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was nice to see Kevin be vulnerable, because like I said, I don't feel like Kevin sometimes doesn't feel things. Porque no enseña mucho emotion, you know, he's very emotionless, but I notice every time he shows emotion, when he shows emotion, when he thinks he's about to lose me, and I can tell this kid really loves me. It's very hard to think like that sometimes, because I feel like, not saying I don't know, I think he don't love me, because you shouldn't be with someone you think they don't love you enough. I know Kevin loves me, but I'm a very negative person lately. Yo pienso de lo peor. That's something definitely I should work on, you know? And yeah, I'm just trying to share this with you because I had no one to talk to, and even though it could have gone sideways, I just want to say that me and Kevin's communication way is beautiful. I'm just gonna say that. I love that me and him don't shout at each other, and we don't do not like disrespect each other, you know? And I don't know why, but that made me fall in love with him even more. I don't know why. When he was talking, like, about us, me enamoré más de él. No sé por qué. Cuando lo miré, when I saw him, I fell more in love with him. I was like, the way we communicate, which is super rare sometimes, it's really beautiful. It's kind of like, I never had, like, what do you feel? And then they talk, okay, what do you feel? And then I talk. It usually doesn't happen like that, you know? Like, I think guys really don't like having that emotional connection with their significant other, or that alone talk to them, you know? I think it was very beautiful how the way we spoke to each other, which was con mucho amor, with a lot of care. And he's just giving hubby material, like 100%. But he still has a lot to improve. And I hope he does involve me more in decisions like this. Again, he never really decided, he was asking me, but I took it as, you know, he's gonna go live over there, you know? That's how I took it. And look, it's the God. I already booked up like two appointments, and I put 3. I already booked like 3 appointments for tomorrow. It's a godsend, like, because we haven't been getting no replies for like a week now. And today I got all messages, request the listing now. I feel, creo que sí va a pasar. We're gonna find a place. I know we are. And it's gonna be at a good price. I told God to give me a sign whether this man is meant for me, and my sign was right there. A man that's willing to put his woman's feelings above his, because he, in a sense, was doing this because he doesn't want me to work anymore. But I don't, that's not gonna happen. I want to work. I've always worked my whole life. Well, since I was 18. Ooh, let's try this red. Let's do this red one. Guess like I kind of have like a brown look, so maybe this red one would look like something. And you guys can say a lot of things. It's fine. I already know where I'm at with Kevin and our feelings. I love Kevin a lot. So much. It's crazy. I love this kid so much. It's crazy how you can love someone this much. But I feel like Kevin is my true love. I didn't really felt it much with the first or the second. Okay, this is not as red as I thought it was gonna be. It's more like a, it is pretty though, it's like a dark pink. No sé cómo. Bella. De Bella. Es Bella. Es que no está muy... I just have to see the real color of this. Hold on. Let me open the windows. Can you guys see the real color? No. Looks weird. Ay, no me duelen los ojos. Sorry, guys. Ah, mis ojitos. Ay, no, me duelen los ojos. I'm sorry. I did put the screen lighter, though, so you guys can see me more, but... me duelen los ojos. Hey, you have so much dark eyebrow. And understand now that it's the other way around. Yes, I'm always here. That's so great that he is feeling comfortable talking to you about how he truly feels. To me, it seems like he felt that he was going to lose you if he was honest with his feelings, but he realizes and understand now that's the other way around. Yeah, that's true. I didn't see it like that. Thank you, love. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we ended like the conversation like around 3:30, no, almost 4 a.m. And I took a shower and like I was like, fuck, it's 4 a.m. I have to wake up at 8. I went to sleep like 4 hours, but we were still talking when we were in bed. Like, you know, thinking about a lot of stuff. And then I was quiet, he was quiet, but I was still thinking a lot of stuff. And then I told you're awake. He's like, yeah. Like, you can't sleep. It's like, no, just thinking, you know. And I asked him, what were you thinking? And he said, I'm just thinking what we've been through. I think we've been through a lot, like this whole years. And that I love you. And then he hugged me. Like, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And then we slept while I was dozing off while he was asleep, like hugging me from behind. But then I got up to use the restroom and then se movió para el otro lado. And then, yeah, we just slept like that, but oh my god, it's already 10:16. Fuck. No manches, dude. No manches. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna use contour. I'm just gonna use, okay, I'm gonna use contour. No manches, dude. Oh my god, 10:16. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. My head hurts so bad right now. It feels so heavy. I don't like this lipstick, pero miro como Frankenstein, ¿verdad? Do I look like Frankenstein? I feel like I do. Frankenstein. Richie Kumar and Jaime go somewhere. What did they say? Go natural. Negativity didn't welcome here. If you didn't like what you see, go somewhere. What they say? Why do you paint your elbow on LOL? It looks horrible. No, my elbow is black. But anyways, thank you so much for the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Demi. Do it, go back to where it's easy, and before you know it, you will have extra funds for down payment and a home. It takes two, and he's doing his best and trying for the both of you. Huge blessing and a partner. Thank you, Janae. Is moving back with your own parents an option? Like you each go back to your parents? No, it's not. That's going a step back. Definitely not. Him being so young and you with CC that given a chance to save up money is a huge deal, and moving back with parents or family is not always a step back. It can help you grow further. We've been there. Thank you for the good advice. Oh, Kevin was scared. Sounds like he loves you and his family is offering you both support. Yeah. Question, why would you live in someone's room but not in your boyfriend's room? But it's okay. You do you, whatever makes you happy. That's what counts. I wasn't willing to live in a room being with Kevin, if that makes sense. Us being separated would have been an option. Again, the reason why I said that is because I didn't know. Kevin just left the room, so I didn't know if he was like gonna come back or what was he thinking, because I thought he was gonna leave and then he was gonna come back and tell me like, oh, you know, like we should talk about it. We didn't talk about it. He just said what he said and he left. And I thought he was gonna come back to the room. He didn't. So I panicked and I said like, oh my god, what if he's gonna break up with me or is he? I just got negative and I got scared You guys know I don't have no money right now. So I panicked and I reached out to my friend, asked him if he had a room that I could live in, because just in case things went sideways. Because again, I didn't know. And it's not because I was okay going to live with someone else. In the moment, I panicked and I thought he was going to leave me. So I didn't think he was going to come back to the room, talk to me, let me know what's going on, or whatever it was, the situation with you. But no, I wouldn't be okay living in a room and still being with him. That's just dumb. Might as well just go live with him. Which is what I did after I went and talked to him, and I offered him to, what's it called? Because I love him. I said, let's just try it out. Let's go with your parents. But he decided not to want to do that. I don't know his mom like that. He knows his mom. And he said, knowing his mom, he thinks it's just not, we're not going to have our own privacy like she says we are. So I told him, well, okay, well, if you want to go back, we can. I told him, I trust your judgment, and if you think we're going to save more money, let's do it. You know, this was way before he came back to the room, guys. But I think she didn't see what I said later, maybe. You know, but again, you know, I already knew I was going to get, like, disagreement here. But I did ended up agreeing with Kevin, saying, like, maybe we should just move out with your parents. Because I do love him, you know, and I know he's trying his best. And I decided to do that, but now he said he doesn't want to. Because he said he knows his mom, and she said que dice que she's the type to be involved in our business. Which, again, I don't know, because I don't know the lady that much, you know? I don't know her that well. The bits and pieces that I've seen of her, she's amazing. To me, I love her. You know, she's a cool mom. She's a boss mom. I love that. But, yeah, guys. And I'm so sorry right now. My mom's friend is looking after me, and my sister's getting what she wants, and she's making me do everything. Sometimes sacrifice must be made. Just always remember, after the rain comes the sunshine. Thank you, Richie, for the good words. When there's a will, there's a way, Yuli. Everyone must be willing to go 100% the same direction. You're never to stay joy, happiness, successful into sadness, disappointments, and failure. Definitely. Sometimes you have to sacrifice for the person you love. It's only my opinion. You should think about moving in with the in-laws for a year. Save your money, pay your bills. Kevin go to school, and then get a nice place. It's nothing like your own space, but express your concerns. Yes, my joy is 1000%. Struggle, and then I think I read this part already. And operating out with wisdom. I think it just depends. What's it called? People were talking shit, Yuli. It's okay, Richie, and don't bother me. But thank you so much for looking out, loves. That's what I tell my man, to just be honest, because when he lies, he just keeps me happy. I get upset and angry but when he's honest, I feel loved and understand, and it makes me love him more. Yeah. Honesty is commodity, yes. So I love that about Kevin, and we ended on good terms. And why I look cute? I'm just kidding. Why do I look cute, but I feel so dead in my eyes? Because I am dead. So continue this journey with me and Kevin to still look for an apartment. I'm late to work. That's gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me for sure. I'll just say that my garage door was closed and we couldn't open it or something. But you guys looking cute. Anyways, I dyed my hair. White hairs are still peeking through. I know I have to go to a salon, but your girl is poor, so she had to do her own roots by herself. And I did not do the bottom, just the top. They're already old, guys. I'm gonna change them. They look disgusting. Ew. And see y'all tonight. Bye, Richie. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Much love to everyone, and I accept everybody's advice and opinion. I know it comes from a good place because you guys care for me, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you guys very soon in the next life. Bye, my loves.